Cheers, homie.
Good, was good. Nice to have you on. Appreciate you. I went ahead and hand selected you because you started a business early. You grew up where I grew up. So it was a lot of things where you could have not succeeded, but you did. So give us a brief intro about yourself.
Oh yeah, born and raised here, Fort
Right.
Lauderdale, Florida. I grew up in Lakeview. You remember Lakeview
Yeah, I know. The little
in,
hood area.
in the hood. Yeah, I grew up over there. I grew up over there. That's it. Me and my sister. It was just me and my sister. And my mom, dad. I had an '80s dad, my nigga. That mean he was out there. He smoked out, all that kind of, all the
Right.
shit.
Right. So you started a business early. It involved boxing. What got you into boxing? Cause hold on, cause we used to hoop together, so I thought you was a straight hooper. So when I hear like, oh, he over there, Jayce over there training people, all my homeboys come over there, like Jayce over there, and I'm like, I thought this nigga was just hooping. You feel me? So what got you into boxing?
Well, so I don't know if you know this, or you probably knew. I was a correction officer for a little while. Yeah, I was a CEO for a little while at Everglades CI back in like 2007. I was like 20, and I
Mm,
got that job when I was 20 years old. And you go to the academy and all that shit, and then you come out the academy, and that's it. And what happened was a lot of the cats, if you know anything about prison, a lot of them niggas think they could fight. Everybody know how to box and all that shit. But then you see a lot of these cats, they do know how to fucking fight. Like they
right.
can, and they know how to use their hands. And um, I always tell this story, Ant Man. I could tell you the story now. I could tell you how I really got into it, dog.
Tell me, bro.
So like I said, I was CO, and I was 20. You get out the academy, I was 20. You got to do a year before you become certified. So
Like a probation. Okay.
right. So after the probation, it opens you up for your promotions.
Mm,
Soon as I hit probation and they say, okay, you certified, I say, fuck that. Let me try to go for a promotion. And I did. I got sergeant. So I
right.
became sergeant at 21. Can't give a 21-year-old no power like that, nigga. I'm
Right.
I'm
Right.
going
Right.
in the I'm going in the dorm. I'm standing on tables. All right, fuck niggas. I'm wilding. So and a lot of them cats in there, they inmates, dog. They been in there longer than I've been alive. So they ain't trying to hear none of that. And I'll never forget, it was an inmate, and I ain't gonna say his name, but he was at Everglades. Me and him had an issue. And this was a grown fucking man. This dude, if I'm 21, this cat at that time had to be like 34, 35.
That's grown as
Full grown man. Right,
right.
full grown man. In his grown man strength. And me and this nigga, we had an issue, and that nigga came at me on some Clint Eastwood shit. He was like, "Look, check this out. If you got a problem with me, meet me in the locker, because it's a back room where they keep their little lockers. They housing lockers." I said, "All right, nigga, whatever. Fuck it.
Right.
I'm Sergeant Monroe, nigga. What's up?" Man, I went back there in that locker, in that storage area, and they had lockers on the floor. The nigga came out his shirt. The nigga like a straight action figure, and I was like, man, fuck it, we hit in. And when I tell you, Ant Man, this nigga beat my ass back there. This nigga beat my ass back there,
Hold on.
but
Did you keep it? Did you keep it 100, or did you get him in trouble after he whooped you? It was just you.
oh no, I had to take it on the chin, because first of all, I'm at work. I ain't supposed to be doing none of this. So
Right.
I done met this nigga in the linen closet, and I'm fighting this nigga back here, and this nigga beat my ass. And after he beat my ass, he showed me mercy. The nigga was like, "All right, man, you done." And I'm in my pride. I'm like, "Nah, fuck that, let's run it." And he looked at me and said, "Nah, you finished." He said, "So pick up," because I had took off all my shit.
Uh-huh.
And I'm being street with him, but then he was like, "Nah, put your stuff back on." And I put my stuff back on. I'm like, "Nah, we could run it again." He was like, "Nah." He said, "Grab that locker right there, and I'm gonna grab this locker, and then I'm gonna walk to my room, and then you take that locker, you put it over there, so it make it look like we was like working or something." And I looked at him, and he walked out the room, and he was like, "All right, Monroe, bet that up." And he went, he went back to his room, and I'm sitting there like, holy shit, this cat could have killed me in there, like on some real shit. So the next day, well, that night we did Master Ross account, and I'm leaving. But if you know anything about getting beat up or fighting, after a while, your injuries start to come up. I had a mouse under my eye, and it started to develop as the night went on. So as I'm leaving, I'm trying to like kind of like put my head down as I'm leaving, hide my face, and the shift coming on, seeing me, and they're like, "Monroe, you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good, I'm good." Come in the next day, I got a full black eye,
Oh,
but the inmates, they done heard around, they know what happened, but all the inmates they respected. They're like, "Hey, Monroe, we heard what happened, man. That was some real shit." So I go around and I do count. I go to this. Listen, dog. I go do count at this nigga room, and I go do count at this nigga room. He in the last. It's four quads. He in quad four. I'm going around, and I go to his room. So I'm going one, two, three, four. I'm counting my dorm, and I get to his room, and I look at him, and he's sitting, and he on the top bunk. He's like, "What's up, Monroe?" I say, "What's happening?" And then he had a pump. He had a little, he had a boyfriend. His boyfriend was white, and he was like, "Hey, Monroe, come here." Like, shit. So I go back to the room. I'm like, "What's up?" He's like, "Come on, come here." I said, "Nah, man, I ain't coming in there, bitch. You done beat my ass yesterday, bitch. I ain't going back in there." And his punk said, "It's all right, Monroe. Come on in. I ain't gonna let him hit you." That's what his punk said to me. And for some reason, I believe the punk. For some reason, so I go in this, I go in this nigga room, and he hopped off the bunk. He said, "You got hard, but you was using too much energy when you was fighting. Like you was throwing too wild. I saw your punches coming. See." And he said, "See what you did. This now, this nigga at this point is starting to show me how to fight." He said, "See, you threw this old crazy right hand. I saw it coming. I slipped up under you and I threw this. Remember that?" And I was like, "Yeah, bitch, I remember that shit, man." So, and so he was like, "But don't worry about it. Later on we go to child. I got something for you." So I let my dorm out for child probably like an hour later or something, like 2 hours later, and he come up to the flap and he said, "Monroe." I said, "What's up, man?" He said, "I got something for you." And he slipped some mail in the flap. I go through his mail. This nigga used to be a fucking fighter, like a real prize fighter. Old pictures of him when he had belts on his shoulder. He's showing me his inmate receipts, how much money he got, whatever. So this nigga was an actual fighter.
right.
And it was at that point where I was like, damn, this fighting shit real. Like I actually got my ass beat, but I took an interest in it. You know what I'm saying? So, you
That's
know,
dope.
right. That's what led to it kickstarted my interest in fighting.
But that's crazy because when I was about 20, I was about to get into that same job, but you know why I didn't get in? Because I thought I was gonna be in too deep. I was like, all my homies from the hood be in and
Right.
out. Like, what's
Yep.
up? You feel me? Like, I'm bringing them next thing I'm in there with them. So that's why I ain't do it. But yeah, that was a good move because growing up where we like, it ain't matter what type of thing. You got to do the athletes, the fighters,
Mhm.
the get money, the pretty. But everybody want to know how to throw hands.
Right. Right.
So that's big. Why did you decide to get into your own business in general?
Well, it kind of I kind of fell into it from that first interest, that first sparking of that interest. I started at the prison, like you just said, started getting in too deep, started actually getting too comfortable in that bitch, and I started fighting niggas for real. Like I started fighting, and I remember I got in trouble for fighting an inmate, and I was suspended. I got suspended with pay for a year, bro. I sat home for a year without, with pay while pending an investigation. And I had gained so much weight because I was just sitting at home eating. And then one day I said, "Man, fuck that. I'm gonna just start walking and try to walk off, get off some of this weight." And I walked down. I was on University, down there by Joe's Crab Shack,
Mm,
and I was walking that way, and there was a gym there, and it had MMA fighters and boxer mural in the window. I'm like, "Oh shit, is this a gym?" And I
mm,
went in, and there was a coach by the name of Bruce Balachi, and he was training fighters there. And I told him, "Hey, I'm a CEO, but I'm on some downtime right now. I want to do this for a hobby." And he started training me, and I had to pay like the first month. I paid 1 month there, and after a while, he came in. After that first month, he said, "Hey, Jayce, you ain't got to pay me no more." And then I thought that was strange, but he started just training me for free, and that's how I kind of, you know, fell into that, and yeah,
mm. Yeah.
and I watched him with his business, and I watched how he was handling business, so I kind of fell into it that way. I kind of picked it up from him.
Yeah. What's some of the difficulties with owning your own business?
It's up and down, dog. Like it's not like like if you owned a restaurant or something. If you got food, Everybody want to eat. If you got food, everybody want to eat. A nigga gonna come there and get food. But with my business, boxing business is fickle. Everybody fat as fuck and want to work out. Yeah, everybody want to work out when it's convenient. Like, oh shit, I done gained. I just want to lose a little 20 pounds. No, you
Right.
don't. Like 20 pounds ain't shit when you working out.
Right.
So when they say they want to lose 20 pounds, they trying to get ready for a cruise they going on. They'll stay there for 3 weeks. They'll lose a 15, close to 20, and then they'll never come again until
Right.
they get fat again or they gain too much weight. And then it's too back and forth with the gym. You know what I'm saying? But
It sounds
you
like
know,
with physical training, I was doing that a little bit. I jumped out of my try to do my own business, which I'm doing, but it's some setbacks. People fickle at times.
mm-hmm.
A lot of work. You get that freedom later on when everything kind of flowing, but right now I'm still in that work phase. But I
Yeah,
do leave a legacy for my daughters and stuff. So that's
right.
much why. What does JJ's Boxing Club offer to the community? Because I see all types of people there. I see younger, I see older, I see Hispanics, white, like everybody coming
Yeah.
through. What you offer to the community?
Well, my main focus is to people a sense of a sense of like professional training
Hmm.
without the professional prices. You know what I'm saying? So and it's offered to everybody. I started out geared toward children and wanted to do it just strictly for them because kids come free. If you're a kid, if your parents sign up, your kid come for free. Like it's just there for them. So that's my thing. But it's geared toward everybody, and you're gonna get. And I fought professionally for a while. So with that, I want to give them professional training without going everywhere.
You made it all the way up to doing it for real for a while. That's what's up, man.
Mm-hmm.
You had a sister, she pro too, went to the
Yeah.
league. Okay, just she hoop me out back. You remember at the park shooting the J's.
Yep.
You probably like what 6'2" by 12, 13 already. Like, at what point did you think she could possibly make it to the WNBA? At what point did you like know like okay,
Well, we went to Parkway Middle, right up the street, and I remember Scent was scoring all the points, dog. Like it was at one point, Scent was dogging every school out by herself, and I'll never forget she scored on the wrong goal, and that was the only fucking point that school scored. Like, and I was like, it was crazy. They had 2 points. It was like 2-58, and they 2 points was given to them by Jacinta Monroe.
right?
So
So man, by then you was already thinking like maybe.
I was like, yo, can't nobody stop her. And then she made Gatorade player in middle school, and then
Wow.
she was in the paper, and I'm like, Scent might go somewhere with this shit.
Right. Yeah, when
Mm-hmm.
she got that hooping, I was thinking because I was like, she was the only girl out there like most of the time, and
Yep.
one of the first picks every time.
Yeah, definitely.
We live in South Florida, man. It's a lot of athletes down there, a lot of unrecognized athletes. Can you think
Yeah.
of instances where you knew somebody had some real talent in some area, but they didn't play like no organized, or they didn't make it far organized sports?
Nigga, all us. Like, what you mean, bro? We used to go out there. We used to play ball from first thing in the morning to the end of the night, and all us was balling. Like, we wasn't in organized sports.
Hey, you want to know some crazy shit though? So yeah, I played the running back, and I tell people I ain't trained. We just played, but when I got
Yep.
like 25 and 30, everybody like, damn, I thought you would have made it to the league. I'm like, I wish y'all would have told me that in high school. Like,
No,
I
you was wrong,
nobody say like they was like, oh, you five, but nobody was like, you can go to the NFL. You get what I'm saying?
nigga. You was wrong. You was wrong, bro. You was wrong. You was wrong, dog. And you used to play ball. You used to play basketball
Yeah, I
and
played
everything.
basketball too, track, but track
Yep.
was my main thing. But yeah, it's crazy because I've seen. All right, we had Nato, JJ, Donovan when we was in high school. Them track runners, right?
Right. Right.
I've seen people in the hood, the local drug dealer, beat these guys.
Smoke these niggas.
Think about it.
Yeah.
You feel me? They competing in state champion. I'm watching them because I'm upcoming running track. And I
Right.
see them and they blowing my mind. Then one day they're like, oh, Razor King. And he just pointing at him. And I'm like, what the? people don't understand how many people really could. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, you was at. I think you all us was on the patio one day, and we hood nigga, so we betting money about who gonna race who, and you remember Scoey, little Scoey Richardson.
AJ Scully, nigga, yes.
Scoey burnt him, man, and
He
out of nowhere,
plays on
niggas play. Man, burnt his ass, and everybody was like, niggas had so much money on what's the name, and
JJ.
Scoey, yeah, and Scoey smoked him, bro.
I know. I was right there. I was right there. I'm like the third fastest dude in the county, and just a random dude who ain't even taking shit serious. Just where my money at?
Burnt him. Right.
You know what?
Yep, that's exactly what he said. Yep.
Now the craziest story about that is when I heard about Lil Bo Peep.
Mm.
Two dudes I know. One went to NC State and one went to UFC. So they
Right.
said it with a dude named Lil Bo Peter with a Bo Pete. They was like he can get through a hole this big. This is like later on. They don't play college ball. He never made it past 150. You know, like that'll be like the what 15 under. He never made
Yeah.
that. Both of them played D1 football, but they still talking about. They was like he'll shake a nigga through a hole this big, and I'm laughing. I'm like, come on, bro. His body ain't even that big. They looking at each other like shit. I was like, so he was better than y'all. They were like, shit. Barry Sanders, who?
Oh shit.
You feel me? But it's
Yeah.
out there who is just like they never progressed to that point.
Right.
Um, what's the state of our community, bro? Like, what the fuck? We got people elevating and doing good, but we still got too much nonsense. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Bro, I don't know that. Like from what I see, man, it's too much monkey see, monkey do, and it's more they doing the wrong thing. They following the wrong thing. It's cats like myself, you. It's a lot of positive influences out there, or people trying to do positive that the younger kids could look up to, but they'll rather look up to somebody doing something stupid as fuck. That's what I see, and I see it even in my children. You know where we came from. We came from
Real.
humble beginnings, right? Real shit. And I got 3 children. I got 4 kids, but my oldest one, he just joined the basketball team. He got me and Sent to look up to, and he still be doing stupid shit. I'm like, come on, bro.
Right.
Like you got all the tools, and your daddy got a gym with all this equipment. Your sister played professional WNBA ball, and you. So it's just, I think it's a revolving circle, dog. We gonna see it every year, every generation. People just do stupid shit, dog.
First thing you were talking about, pretty much self accountability. Like, we got the power, we
Mm-hmm.
got a brain to control your body, so we can't use no excuses because they don't work anyway. You still end up dead.
Right.
Use people give you tell you, oh, this and that, but you still end up in the same place. So I agree. Like, we just got to get our shit together. You
Right.
heard Ed Reed situation? Ed Reed and Bethune Cookman. Who was right? Ed Reed or Bethune was both kind of wrong and both kind of right. Who the fuck is it?
This is a great question because before you got on with me, I told you my dog, uh, Tonio, he wanted to watch it. That's who what he went to Bethune, and my lady that I'm with, Lauren, she went to Bethune, and she hot. She was hot about that Bethune Cookman Ed Reed shit, but then I'm on the outside looking in. I'm like, I mean, if the nigga drive around and he sees some dirty shit, he said, "Man, this shit dirty as fuck." Y'all mad at him because he say,
So they were mad about. They was kind of mad on like at Ed Reed, like oh he kind of did
"Why
some.
you talk?" Right? Yeah. Why you put like if somebody go to your house like, "Oh, why you talking about our house?" Yeah, we know our house dirty, but you won't let white folks know our house dirty, like shit like that.
Right. I think Ed Reed was right. He just reminded me of that one uncle. He cool as fuck, but then that one time he tell your ass up is like life changing. You feel me? Like
Yeah,
that's the type of nigga I see Ed Reed, and I think we need more. Like people want to fuck up, but they don't want to get called out. Sometimes that's
I agree.
you know our people. You got some people who you can just get strong voice with, and some people you got to be like, motherfucker, who the fuck you playing?
Right.
That's what certain people understand.
That's
So
it.
man, if it's working
I
and it's
agree.
working, fuck it. Like I think he was right.
And it's garnering change actually because now everybody scrambling around. Oh, now y'all doing something about it. You know what I'm saying? Now, so he might take a L for it. He might not be the coach no more, but it took his voice to shine a light on something that needed to be looked at. You know what
Right,
I'm saying? So
right. Um, just any thoughts for the youth? Any final thoughts for the youth?
Man,
Birds. um,
man, it bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. When we was younger, if somebody would have came to us with some positive shit, we would be like, man, shut the fuck up. We don't hear that
right,
shit.
right.
So, and now we the older cats, and we in that position doing positive things, looking at them like, look, man, you got this, and this, and they like, man, we don't want to hear that shit. So, but I'm gonna still take the opportunity to say it. Yeah, man, like you gotta look toward the people that's doing right. You gotta surround yourself with people that's doing good shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you hang around dummies and criminals and assholes, bitch, that's what you gonna be. So you are who you hang with. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real with you.
That's
And you got to change your environment if you want things to change around. You know what I'm saying?
for sure, for sure. Great interview. Appreciate you coming on. I want more
For
to
sure.
connect. Definitely, we're gonna keep in contact, man. That's what it's about. They tried to isolate us, but we're gonna stay connected. Everybody, keep y'all head on the mental swivel.
For
Appreciate
real. For sure, homie.